piece of Miles of Diamonds and Crafts. I know it's been a while since I've done a post review. I mean, a post review, canvas review. Anyway, you know what I mean. I have done, I have some finishes this year, and most of them were minis. And I did a smaller one with Jaded Gem Shop, but this is my first full canvas that I finished, and you can see from the thumbnail that it is Flower Child by Geneva Bowers by way of Diamond Art Club. And you may have noticed some things about it and like, wait a minute, I didn't think it looked like that. I did add some elements, and I'm going to do I'm gonna post one quick overview, and then I'll go through in detail what's going on with the canvas. Oh, there's some popping out here. And hold tight. Okay, now here we are. Here is Geneva Bowers' Flower Child, and I'm so excited for this finish. It is so pretty, and I can't get all of it in you at one time, but I want to go through what I've changed and how I feel about the canvas. It's Diamond Art Club. I didn't have any problems with the drills overall. Some things are popping out, but it could also just be my placing, and I just pop them back in. I almost ran out of one color. It's one of the browns, but yeah, overall it's so pretty. I think I'm gonna hang it up. I've seen some ideas on how to do that, and maybe I'll share once I get it, figure out what I'm gonna do. But let me show you one of the first things I changed. Here in her hand and her foot, some of this blue had extended. Now it matched the original, it just didn't look quite the same. Because of the way it was cutting off, you couldn't really tell that there's a finger. Like from a distance, it probably looks fine, but up close, it just looked weird. And her ring was more rounded on the original picture, but when it got charted, it didn't look like a ring. It was kind of funky. So I just made it all straight. So I added there. The next thing that I changed a little bit is here. Now, I couldn't tell from the original, maybe this was a sheer purple shirt, but the way the brown was coming in, like how you can see kind of like a navel right there, it just looked odd to me. So I just kind of made it all purple. I was just gonna make it brown, more to match kind of what's going on with her skin tone. But some of these browns were Diamond Art Club specific in the 6,000 range. So I didn't want to run out. So I just used some of the ones, because I have like the ones that match a real DMC. So I left kind of that brown, and like I said, here you see these browns, but most of this is not as purple as on the original. But I like the way it came out. I like my changes. And if you go further up here, oh shoot, I'm missing a drill. Okay. I'm gonna have to, and I've put up all my drills too. I have to go back and put one in there. So her lips. On the original, it's kind of how these, and I don't know if these are supposed to be like petals that's kind of floating because they match what's in her hair. And there was like one purple in her lip. And I don't know, it just didn't look right to me to have that one purple drill. So I took it out, And also, if you look closer, I'm gonna try to remember to put the original up next to it when I'm talking about this. There was like teeth showing, and to represent the teeth, it was kind of two drills, but they came out kind of orange. Now on the original, it had like an orange tint that maybe was going over the teeth, but they were like orange, and I just couldn't leave it orange. So I kind of just made more lipstick, and I also put more brown outline on her lips to give that a little more. And yeah, a couple of these. I was, which didn't work out. So when I wasn't working on it, I had rolled it outward using one of those roller clip things. But then a lot of drills start popping out. So I don't know if that's when this happened. Is that two? Oh, this looks like one. It's quite a few. I don't know where my roller is. It probably could use one good rolling, because I feel like a couple are sticking out. So the next thing is, I don't know how well this is showing. If I can zoom in a little bit more. Yes, so I use some from DP Sparklers. These are crowns, AB crowns for squares that I put in this flower. And then you see I put some up there, and I kind of sporadically see, well, it wasn't supposed to be sporadic, but when I saw it in video, my circles kind of off. But I think overall it looks good. And here I extended this halo and used ABs for the 3865, I think that's what it was. And then some of these I replaced with crystals, and this blue. So this blue was also there, and I exchanged it for blue crystals at first, but I didn't really like the way it looked. But I didn't take it out, but I did the other places with that same crystal. I left it as originally charted. So yeah, so all of these crystals, this AB crowns, I changed. And you can also, like, if you look at the original, this bee was here, this butterfly, and that bee. But okay, so I recorded this video, so you might see like one half, and then I came back because I wasn't in view of the things I was talking about. So I think this is where I left off, is I was talking about these butterflies. Let's see. Yep, the butterfly. So the butterfly here, I mimicked here. I just took a picture of the rendering that's on Diamond Art Club and flipped it, and then kind of just followed, because you see it's facing, it's going in a different direction. And this bee is the same bee as this. And then on the other side, there's a bee, and I flipped it and duplicated it here. The dragonflies, you see here, actually comes from another Geneva Bowers painting, Strolling in the Rain, I believe it is. That I did the same thing, took a picture of the rendering, and I think the original picture has this one going this way, and I flipped it and followed it going this way. So it's like I was doing a cross stitch conversion, by looking at a chart, what was charted, and then added it to here. But yeah, so I just wanted some extra. I just did not want to do all of this white. It was still a struggle to do all of this white. Having the ABs and these other elements, and I extended this to kind of these. So the clouds was here, and then I just added a little more of this orange color and just kind of sporadic there. I could have added more, I think, because my original thought was to add the butterfly and add a dragonfly. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I need another something here. So I added the dragonfly. And then it was like, oh, someone said, why don't add a bee? And I was like, oh, that would be cool. Let me add a bee here. And this is part of my, I don't know, type A, whatever you may call it. That would have left an uneven amount of insects. And I did not want to leave an uneven amount on here, so I added that bee. But I think so like this idea, I had already started these before my thought here, because originally I was going to make all of this 3865 AB. I thought, man, that would be cool. But they're not that easy to diamond paint. And I think these are from DP with sparklers, as I said. And they didn't lay down very easily. I feel like they're a little bigger. I don't know that whole 5, 6 points and all that kind of stuff. So they just didn't lay well. And it, like I said before, part of it could be user error. But because some of them are fine, but like over here, it just feels crowded. So I said all that to say it wasn't the easiest to get on. I don't have one of those pens I know some people use to do ABs, but that's when I thought, oh, I just kind of extend the halo. So I like that better than the whole thing being 3865. And I might have run out of drills anyway, so it probably wasn't the best idea. But yeah, one last look. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I want to pull out, I have all of the Geneva Bowers that Diamond Art Club has produced. And I kind of want to pull out another one, but I'm trying to get my whips down and not start something new. But I had started a kit for drills and chills. I think that's what I'm gonna work on for the rest of the month and see if I can knock that one out. They're rounds, and I don't know if rounds really goes faster for me or not. I guess it does, but we'll see. It's almost the same size as this. It may be a little smaller, at least one end. This one is 69.9 by 72.9. But yeah, so pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you want to stick around, subscribe, and I'm going to try to get out more finishes. I don't really do whip-in chats because I just get bored. Oh, here's another one about to come out. Anyway, I'm going to touch up a couple of these. But yeah, if you'd like to stick around and see what I have going on, like and subscribe and come back. I'll see you soon. Bye.